please comment, like,
share, and subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Yeah.
See if there was anything that Mama Naasira and Dr. Joe wanted to share in regards to the discussion. And then before we go, I would love to talk about vitamins and supplements and how we can use them, because I don't make supplements, I don't make vitamins, but I know that I do use Brother Nigel's immune boosters. So I want to touch on that with Leticia and Brother Nigel and Dr. Joe and Mama Naasira. If you all have some intake on that, I would like to hear you all as well. But if it's something that we were speaking about that you all wanted to partake on,
yes,
you have the floor.
I would like to add to what you had asked about. What is it? I guess the changes in our bodies. Well, my body, I've never really had a lot of weight. My weight was based on my pregnancies, and as soon as the baby was born, within 6 weeks, I had my same size before because I worked at it by exercising. I have lost maybe 40 pounds or 45 pounds during those times. And it's because my mother was overweight because of the foods that she ate, lots of sugars and sweets and ice cream and just whatever. And then drink these diet colas, and which trying to lose weight, it just added more other chemicals. And another thing I want to ask, during the 60s and 70s, we didn't have a lot of overweight people until they started making processed foods. I remember, I don't know if you remember Soul Train. You know how people, you see everyone, and we all had shapes back then. I mean, just lovely shapes. And it was because we were still eating from our own homes and families, grandparents. And since we've gotten away from that, we forgot because we started following careers. And especially women like myself in the 70s, I didn't want to be a housemaker to any husband. So I made sure I pursued my own career. And that's when I had to learn that you cannot pursue your career unless you have your food with you. You cannot eat just anybody's food. Otherwise, you have health challenges. So what I'm doing now here in the Gambia, since now I don't want to cook a lot because the food that I prepare can take as long as 8 to 12 hours. You know how I cook, TayTay. I cannot spend that kind of time because my knees and my legs, they don't want me to, because I exercise too. So I just can now have to be minimum. I have to always calculate. So what I'm doing is I hire young people to prepare my food. I teach them, and they are the ones that prepare my food, and they start to look healthier. They don't have all the pimples in their faces when they first started. I even give them some of my superfoods and also supplements that helps the flow of the, your menstrual moon cycle. I give them zinc at times, which is really good. Zinc keeps up and build up your immune system right away. Same with selenium. The same with probiotics or prebiotics. I add my turmeric to it. And then, I use every night with my concoction, I add those things in it. In my concoction, which is my drink that I've been putting out to the world that can help with all viruses, including coronavirus. Because I started that 4 years ago here in the Gambia because I got very ill. It's because, like the brother was saying, when you leave and move to another environment, you really have to have a plan for your food because our bodies are not the same as the Gambians, the Ghanaians. Different is different. And I thank God because I learned that when I was 19 that you have to take your own food. So this is what I'm teaching people.
Say that I've enjoyed the discussion. A lot of wonderful information has been passed around to validate things that we know and things that we didn't know. And I'm like the good brother. I'm learning more all the time. There's only one thing I lovingly and respectfully take issue with. Some sister said she makes a cheesecake better than Mama Naasira's. Love you, baby, but come on, we got testimonies.
I love it because I'm not making the cheesecakes. I've taught my chefs how to make it, so they make it better than me. So thank you, sister, for having that initiative and the knowledge to know that when you can make a plant-based cheesecake, you really own to. I mean, and you don't have to put it in the oven. You know, you just take your crust out and make your almonds and your dates. That's your crust. You take your cashews and your blueberries or whatever, and that's your cheesecake.
Well, I'm sure she has her way of putting her magic on.
And you can take it from there. Thank you, sister, for iterating. We like to get your recipes because we interchangeably share ours with everyone, and we like people to share with us because young people are the ones who are going to take care of us when we get 70, 80, 90, 100. We don't need to be in the kitchen. Yeah. We need to let young people love and pay them well enough. My retirement money, I give it. It's no problem. And people see what I'm doing, they would donate to help us.
Yes, and as far as the vitamins, we have a chapter on vitamins.
Exactly.
So we won't go into that anymore because you guys already know plant-based is the best.
And synthetic vitamins, be very careful of those synthetics because I was taking women's blend. I don't know if you're familiar with that one. 20 plus years, 25 years ago, I was taking that. And it was really helping me through the perimenopause stages. But what happened, I learned 8 years later when I gone to the health food store to purchase it again, and they told me it was no longer there because they discovered traces of lead. And I almost dropped, I said, oh my God, so what do you, we have plant-based. This is going back to 2008 when that was the first time I really heard more about plant-based supplements. It's just so much out here that has been taken from us. This is our lifestyle. This is the way we naturally, the earth planet is plant-based until we got entities that took us from it. So
what Mom is saying is, hey, when we get the information, we can do better.
Yes.
You know, for those of us that wish to do so. And once again, I applaud all of you guys. You guys are incredible,
beautiful
awesome,
stories,
respectful, and just on top of it all. So I look forward to interacting with you again.
Thank you.
And I just want you to know that, Brother Nigel, I'm going to come to you, but I just wanted you to know that Miss Leticia, it will be visiting the Gambia, and I told her we have to go see Spicy.
Well, thank you so much, TayTay. Because you are a Cancer, the sign of the Cancer, and my husband is too. You guys are the rulers of the stomach.
Yay!
So I just love you guys because you like to eat and you like to pay the money for it. That's what I like. Thank you.
Yes, our birthdays are one day apart.
That's right.
That's right. It's a blessing.
We had 3 different people, the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th, when we all met for the first, when I met you all for the first time.
That's right.
Over the break for, and we had 3 cancers. It was so funny.
That was nice.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the floor for, I'll start with Brother Nigel in regards to vitamins and supplements. I'll go to Leticia, and then and then I'll come to Dr. Jehu and Mama Naasira, and we all can have a great conversation. So, Brother Nigel, would you share? The question is, let me just ask the question. Are supplements similar to vitamins, and what are the benefits of using supplements?
It's like it gives you what the food is not giving you. Like, because our food is so processed, so you're not going to get all of the vitamins. And then when I started studying it a little bit, is that what I do, I make the supplements, and I didn't understand supplements. I used to think that supplements and I think like Mama Naasira was saying that the synthetic, I didn't understand the when I first started between the two. But gosh, trying to get it into words. What I do is I grind up plants, and I put them into the capsules, and I mix them. And I can't even say how I understand how to do it. I guess it's a gift, but I do research a lot. Like whatever I put together, I research side effects. I try to make sure it's as safe as possible, but I do know that we are made of the plants, or the plants are made of us, or they're part of our anatomy. So why not give it back to us to help us grow and help us heal? So they are food, because plants, we still eat them. So that's the way that I understand everything. They help us grow. They help us. That's what we do need. I want to pick Leticia and I talked to Mama Naasira for a long time before, so but I want to pick Leticia's brain too, because I want to see. I'm like the rest of you guys. I want to learn more, and that's all I do. Like I don't have a radio in my truck because I just want to. All I do is listen to podcasts all day about health. So that's why I said Leticia. She's still on the same platform as I am, so I want to know more about it that way. I don't know a whole lot. Like I said before, mine is more life experience and watching people, because and I guess that comes from martial arts, just to pay attention to detail as martial arts in the military. So that's how I'm learning, and I'm learning through different podcasts. I read, I have books online that I just get. I'm a driver, so to those, so I'm just still in school. I'm still learning. I feel like I'm the lowest one on the totem pole in this whole group, because everyone else have formal training when I do this for survival. Like I don't do it. I didn't do it for to help anyone per se, because I always felt like people, they just don't really want to, our people, I'm not saying all of us, but they just think like, why you do that? They made fun of me, but now look, everyone is going to the plant life, everyone is doing this, and I've been doing this all my life, so I don't know how to put it into any medical words, or it's just me, it's my way of living, because I want to live to 100, 120. I think it's important to live as best and strong, and every time I hear something that someone's like a sickness, like I heard Mama Naasira say, her legs won't let her stand up. So that will, in my brain, it's like, what do you do to be able to stand up? Just not to say there's anything wrong with what's going on, but to me, I want to be stronger than that. I'm always want to be better, and I want to fix it. I'm always wanting to fix something. So that's how I see stuff. It's not, like I said, it's not like there's something wrong, because she's a female, and she's been doing way more stuff than me, because she got many more years than I do on this planet. So I want to, when I get to her stage in life, I'm thinking like, I want to be better than that. And so that's the way that I see everything. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but that's the way that I feel. I just want to be better, faster, stronger, longer. And to do that, I have to eat better. Like when I want to drive longer all day long, I stop and eat a salad. And that will help me drive. Like I'm only supposed to drive 11 hours, but I'll try to drive and then I'll break. And sometimes I don't take a break, and I just do the whole 11 hours. But to do that, I have to drink. Like today, Leticia, I'm doing intermediate fasting. That's why I keep drinking the water, and the water that I drink is distilled, and I put alkaline drops and silver in it. So I know silver is a natural antibiotic. Also, Mama Naasira, if you look up copper, I know it's another metal, but copper and zinc. So if you take too much zinc, the zinc, I've learned and read that the zinc will take the zinc from you. So to balance it out, you have to put the copper in it. And if you put too much copper in your system, it'll take the copper out. So those two balance out themselves to give you, like you said, it super boosts your immune system, and it does kill the coronavirus for sure. What else I've learned? It's so much stuff that's riled up in my head, but for the most part, yeah, like I love everyone. And the dentist, you just taught me something that I was worrying about, because one of my tooth cracked, and I don't do fluoride, and now it's making sense why it cracked, because I haven't had any issue. I haven't done fluoride in decades, and it just cracked. It's a figure out, like, I don't eat candy. But you don't have to eat candy to get sugar out of your food, because they put sugar in everything. So I also use a speed toothbrush, an Oral-B, and the reason why I used it, because the one time I had gone to the dentist, and they dug the plaque off my teeth, and that was, like, we talking about 20 years ago, and I said I would never, ever, ever have that happen again. So what I do, peroxide and baking soda. Now, I do know the effects of that. They say don't do that too much, so now I do it twice a week. That's just to get all the, keep your mouth, and stop me if I'm wrong, to keep all the plaque down from, accumulating your teeth from the foods that we eat. I don't do I don't do a mouthwash. I just drink a lot of alkaline water on the road, because like today I'm fasting, so I'll probably do like a gallon and a quarter of water. So every time I get hungry, I just drink. And it's helping me a lot with energy. So I test out, I'm like the test subject for myself. I guess that's really it. One more thing. So what I did learn to you, Shauntay, is that I don't know to speed up the metabolism, but I know it slows down the metabolism. So I do know breads and starches, they slow it down. And how I found that out is that I did it. I was eating, like I was telling you, I was eating fried chicken, bread, slushies, and all of that stuff. And when I cut it out, my whole body just did a 360. Everything sped up back to where it's at. I don't think we have our metabolism slowed down. I think we slow it down by eating different foods that slow it down. I don't, like I said, I'm learning that moringa speeds it up. Maybe that's because that immune booster pill that you got from me, it has moringa in it. So that might be why you get that energy. So
He didn't take it. Oh Lord, I was so tired. I got them now.
Yeah. So that's as far as the Gambia, they wanted me to come there and speak about it with this little. I don't know if Mama Naasira, you know about this group. I just got the letter yesterday, so they're telling me to come and they want to talk to me about the supplements that I do. I do one that for men over 40, right? I wanted to, because I like to work out and I want my muscles to stay there. But I felt, since I don't eat a lot of starch, my metabolism is still fast. So when I start working out 3 or 4 days, all my muscles go away, because I can't work out 2 hours in the gym like someone else. So I want to research a plant that did that. And so, I'm going to tell the whole story, Shauntay.
I do 2 hours. I do 50 minutes. That's it.
Shauntay is a beast. She worked men under the table. They don't even want to work out with her. So it's a testosterone pill, because I learned that we wind up after you get over 40, you wind up urinating out your protein, and it loses, your muscle tone goes away. So I did that, and they wanted to ask me about that pill. It's 3 different herbs that I put in there. 4 now, because I put vitamin C in it. I put that in there. It's just a long walk, I feel like, through the whole thing that I'm doing, and I'm excited about it. I love it. And Mama Naasira, Dr. Joe, I promise you, I will be there in October. I'm coming to your house.
Oh, thank you.
And it's a lovely meal. I've been hearing about your food, but I've been coming to the Gambia since 17, and everyone since 19 been telling me about you guys' food. I want to taste it so bad. I love vegetarian meals. Shakina told me about you. That was the first person.
Who?
Shakina.
Shakina?
So, I'll be there soon.
Who?
But I'm
Shakina.
at the
She did it?
That's it. I don't have
Oh,
anything
wow.
else.
Well, we look forward to seeing you, good brother, and all
Yes.
the rest of you guys. Once again, are we muted? Can you hear me?
We can't hear you, Dr. Joe. Can you
Oh.
take yourself off of mute?
Oh, girl, I just said something so incredible. Can I repeat it? No, I was just saying, hey, right on. We welcome you and anyone else that's coming. We understand that, a lot of folks are coming, leaving America for different reasons. And just because you leave, you don't leave your psychosis and your neurosis with you. So we're also working on health and healing, which has a lot to do with what you eat. So it's a holistic approach, and I think you guys are doing absolutely wonderfully well. There's just something I'd like to say, just generally, good people. We're in the Gambia. We have the best soil in the world, okay? Both sides of the Nigeria. Now, if we have the best soil in the world and it's nutriently dense, we have where we've come from in America because of what they've been spraying on us and all that. Our stuff, I don't care if you do eat well, it's not nutriently dense. Is there any way we can get this stuff over here, over there? You know, we got baobab, we got soursop, we got it all. We can stop the formation of cancer cells. We double, bubble, vitamin C. We got it all here. What can we do, people? I'm open, help us, because we got the contact with the farmers.
We got you. We could definitely talk behind the scenes because Brother Nigel and myself have partnered up to provide shipping. So we're just trying to connect the shipping from the Gambia back to the States. We already have it on lock on the East Coast from the North Carolina area to the Gambia.
Well, good.
So
Then we can bring back more of the multi-pure machines.
Yes.
They're the best in the world in terms of taking out more contaminants than anything. Most people don't know them because the Jews use it. We sent money over there. They used it in doing what they were doing with the land all around Israel. They wanted to make sure that their military drank good water. And so you had a facet or a section to distribute it in America only to their people. But we just happen to be blessed and are the darlings of multi-pure now. So, hey, there are many things to be done because if you're talking about eating, you also have to look at your water.
Let me see. And water is, yes, and water is very important because I'm from San Francisco, and when I was a child, we were told we had the best water. And I can say that that's pretty much true in the 60s. And you didn't have to drink as much water. Why? Because it was more natural. But suddenly, I remember around 1970, they started selling bottled water. And what is bottled water? Where did it come from? And they had this Alhambra, which is the Arabs' water, you know, the company. And so before I had my first child, I decided to drink I had them to bring the Alhambra water in my house, and that was in 1975. And after that, I couldn't afford it. Then I started boiling the water, and that was okay, but they said you took out a lot of the minerals. And then from there, I started drinking, God knows, all kind of water. The distilled water. They said distilled water is good, but like the brother said about the, you're taking out the fluoride, you have to alkaline your food, your lifestyle. And that way you can balance that. Then I went to that one called Alkaline System. I drank that pretty consistently because we had the machine for 2 or 3 years. I started having pains with my kidneys because I learned that because my body was very alkaline, I cannot consume a lot of the alkaline water. And that's why today, connecting with the lady in Tai Chi, a Jewish woman, American, she introduced us to multi-pure. And I've been drinking it for the past 7 years, and I must say, it is the best.
And very inexpensive.
And it's inexpensive, and we can share and give more knowledge on that because we're distributors.
Okay. Miss Leticia.
Yes.
Do you mind sharing a little bit about your supplements?
About my what?
Your supplements?
Okay. I'm just taking in all this awesome information. I mean, you have a phenomenal panel, and I have learned something from everyone. And you're always edifying the spicy, tasty vegan. It's an honor to even be online with them, and the dentist and Nigel, of course. And I'm just like sitting here enjoying myself, taking in all this information. Now, I am a cosmetologist. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. And before that, I was a business manager for a Fortune 500 company. So I ran a cosmetics department. I've always been into beauty and health. And so I've always worked with chemists and scientists regarding skincare and supplements. And what I've learned, Mama Naasira,
Yes.
am I saying it right?
Yes.
Yes. And so what I learned regarding the supplements, she mentioned that, there are a lot of synthetic supplements, and that's correct. A lot of those synthetic supplements are coming out of China, and some of them have lead-based in them. Now, I thought back to the question, what was the difference or something regarding supplements and vitamins or something like that? Yeah, and so, in essence, they're kind of the same. In essence, one is considered more of a solid base, and one is considered more of a liquid base.
Yes.
But in essence, they're both supposed to do the same thing, and they're both supposed to act intracellularly, meaning go through the stomach, make it through the stomach with the stomach acid, if they can, and then come out into the small intestines where the nutrients can be absorbed. Unfortunately, that's not happening with a lot of the supplements that are online. I have created a supplement company. I'm working with scientists and chemists here in America. I've been working for 2 years, and I will be launching my company within the next 30 days. Okay, and it's centered around supplements and holistic organic skincare that I've been doing since 2006. And so one of the things that I've learned is that, like Ms. Naasira was saying, is that Dr. Naasira, he was saying Africa has the richest soil in the world, and he's correct. Africa is the richest continent out of all 7 continents on the planet.
Exactly.
Everything that we need is in Africa. Unfortunately, for some of us, we will probably never make it to Africa. I myself plan on coming within the next month or so to visit Shauntay. And so my goal as a community health advocate, which is somebody I advocate for health, I advocate for my clients that come in. I can honestly say I've seen over 1,000 people. And out of that thousands of people, I constantly have to give counseling regarding skin and hair and nutrition. And so I always have to look the part, because if I'm telling somebody to eat healthy and I'm eating carrot cake or drinking a Big Gulp, a Sprite every day, then I can't live and give that example to other people, my clients who are coming in paying me for health. And like the gentleman said, all of it works together synergistically. You can't take out the fluoride if you've eaten some French fries from McDonald's. It has to be a lifestyle change in everything we do. One of the things I do is I teach classes. I teach people how to make cashew cheese from cashew. And let me tell you, it is hands down delicious.
Absolutely.
I teach people how to make plant-based ranch. I teach people how to make plant-based banana bread or cheesecake and different things of that nature, oatmeal burgers. I mean, that's delicious because it boils down to how you flavor it and how you season it. I digress because I can go on for days about that. But regarding a lot of the supplements and the vitamins, high levels of vitamin C, they have to be liposomal, which basically means they have to be able to pass through the stomach. Your stomach is your greatest defense mechanism. If it can pass through the stomach, it can get into your cells, depending on what you're eating. And so high levels of vitamin C, anything over 2,000 milligrams, it's a diuretic. So the body will kick it out anyway. But high levels of vitamin C is what people need to take if they're concerned about getting the supplements that they're taking through their system. They have to take them on an empty stomach. Because if it's taken on an empty stomach, it can get through the barriers faster. If it's taken with food, it can get through too, but it'll take a little bit of time. Now, I am an author as well. I'm in the process. I do a lot of things, you guys. But I will tell you this. Shauntay will follow up with you all with my website. I'm coming out with I have a blog on my website once I release it with my supplements. and it's talking about health, nutrition. I'm explaining some of the things we talked about, which is the difference between vitamins and supplements. Why do we need them? Are we getting the medicinal properties that we need? Why is the soil so broken down and weakened? These are some of the things that will be in my upcoming book. And it'll be.
Please comment, like,
Share and subscribe.
follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Yeah.